Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and want to see more. Coming up, Cowboys sign and re-sign forwards. It's 1 in, 1 out at Salford, and this Turkey international has been cleared for comeback. So we begin today with Salford completing the signing of Sitaleki Akwala from Warrington Wolves. He had just been told, well, his contract ended at the end of the season, so Salford snapped him up with a view for 2022 and also 2023. Prop Akwala arrives from fellow Betfred Super League sides Warrington Wolves, where he won the Betfred Challenge Cup in 2019. He's 29-year-old and has represented his country Tonga at the international level and starting his NRL playing career with the West Tigers and then Penrith Panthers before moving to the UK to sign for the Wire in 2019. Speaking on moving to Salford, Akwala said, "I'm really looking forward to playing for the Salford club. It's a club with passion and ambition. It'll be great to play in front of the Salford faithful, who I know are a massive part of the Red Devils." Director of Rugby and Operations Ian Blease added, Sita wanted to come to Salford to show his a quality player, and he really is. And he's a fantastic acquisition for the club as we look to challenge at the top of the Super League again. He had size, strength, athleticism and versatility to the pack, and I'm looking forward to seeing him rip it up in a Salford shirt. Salford already had some big size with Paulie in the pack, but they've decided to go another way at Salford, as the 27-year-old Paulie has signed for York City Knights. He played for the Combined All-Stars this year while being part of the Salford squad, and has spent the last 4 seasons, the 2 of which with Wakefield before moving to the AJ Bell Stadium. So they're getting another hard-hitting prop, but that's 2 replacing basically the same type of prop what they had in following the King signing from Leeds. I can't remember his full name, so bear with me. That's it, King Vuniyayawa. Yes, it's a funny name to say, and it's going to cause me to tongue-tie a few Salford fans to tongue-tie over the next season. But Paulie's gone, and he's gone to the York City Knights, as I said. And what they said, and their coach James Ford said, Paulie is someone I've looked forward to working with, and I'm keen to help him to get to the top of his game. He's a big, intimidating man who will add another dimension to our game in attack and defence. I've spoken to a number of people about Paulie, and there was a unanimous opinion that he is a player I'd enjoy working with. He's keen to work hard at his game, and that is something that really drew me towards him. The Australian played 48 times in the NRL for Parramatta and Newcastle, and scored for Salford in the 2020 Challenge Cup final defeat to Leeds. The signing of the Australian was made possible by the York Squad Builder Fund, which has already contributed towards the signings of Jamie Ellis and Liam Harris during the off-season. I had to bring this up because it is part and parcel of what York City Knights do to improve their squad, and the fund was started in May 2012 with 3 trustees: Andy Gomersall, Ian Wilson and Simon Hughes. In 2015, Ian and Simon were both left and were replaced with Leanne Cooper and Norma Beavers, as well as former Knights player Jack Stearman. This increased the number of trustees to 4, and the same trustee 4 trustees have been in place today. Squad Builder has contributed to signing a large number of players, with over 25 since 2017, along which includes those of Kieran Dixon and Ryan Atkins. The basic principle of the fund is to collect money from many sources and use it solely for retention and recruitment in the first team squad. We have a consortium, they say, which we follow, and a constitution which they follow, and which allows the fund to be easily audited. So, yeah, it's an interesting way of doing things, and possibly one that is a model for other lower league clubs to become sustainable. They're bringing in money for the squad, to build the squad. It's a good way to do it. Don't know if it's the right way, but it works for them. Anyway, so those are the 2 signings and how it came about for the Yorkside that they signed. Great force, as in Paulie Bawley. So early in the summer of 2019, it turned out that there was horrific injuries due to a fall from a 3-story airport car park in Ibiza that was sustained by Jansen Turgut. The former Salford and Hull forward had several severe fractures in every bone in his face. He had a broken hip, broken legs, broken knees, broken arm and broken hands, according to his mother, Carol Butler. He was in critical condition at the private Nuestra Senora de Rosario clinic in Ibiza, and Mrs. Butler told Hull Live that her son had a 10-hour operation on a Monday, and several more as the doctors addressed the horrific catalogue of injuries that he had. She said he was on life support, but it was good news as miraculously they don't think that at this moment he has had any brain damage, but there's a lot of surgeries to go. It was a bad time for Jansen Turgut, as with all these operations going on and his fall, his father was unable to come as he was in need kidney dialysis treatment, so they're keeping in touch with him. Turgut, a former England Academy captain, had travelled to the Balearic Islands for a holiday with friends and was released after he was released by Salford earlier in the month. There was a fund set up for him, and they raised £8,000 in 24 hours. He is of Turkish origin through his father and represented Turkey in the 2018 Emerging Nations Championship and captained a side that won 3 of the 4 games. But that wasn't much of the story. Well, that wasn't all of the story, should I say. As it wasn't a fall that Jansen had, it was an attempt to take his own life. He sustained multiple injuries and also fractures to the lower back in 5 places. And at the time, the 23-year-old went through 10 hours worth of operations while surgeons worked to put his body back together. Speaking during his recovery in 2020, I'm just very grateful Turgut told Sky Sports. In my opinion, I think has been a higher power involved in giving me a second chance. The surgeons worked on both knees and legs and said Turgut would walk again but would struggle to climb upstairs. I only learned to walk again 9 months ago, Turgut said. I've been doing some stair sessions as fitness and not just struggling to get up them. Turgut has been saying that his return is a process. He's building up the strength back up, and it's a lot more fortunate a month down the line than where it was maybe this time last year, was what he said. When asked about his mental health, about his time his mental health started to decline, that pushed this episode to happen, he declined to comment. But he struggled to recall a particular moment. So he didn't decline to comment, he just struggled to recall a particular moment. Instead, he believed it was more a series of events that triggered his unhappiness. It could have been down to my off-field life, relationships, or maybe how you're going out on nights out. Maybe falling out with friends, falling out with your family, Turgut said. Even in terms of a rugby player, if you don't get picked or might not be offered the contract, pressure, stress, it kind of just builds up. And then in the build-up of things, it probably led to where it led to. Without knowing what I know now of how to deal with things and how to manage your skills and adapt to it, it can be a hard thing to deal with. Now, I guess you're wondering why I'm bringing this up. Why am I dragging this back up from 2020 as it's now 2021? Well, if you haven't heard, he had some good news to share with everyone in the world and was jumping for joy. I think you agree with me that this is a good story, a good news part. Great news. I have had the all clear that I can play rugby league again. After battling mental illness leading to a suicide attempt, a month-long coma, being told I may not walk again, to overcoming mental health, and I'm nearly back, almost back full fit. I feel amazing. So he was a promising prop forward. He's still only 25 years old, and he's got a chance of coming back into rugby league. He's all clear to play again. He's got over those demons. He's fought and won. There are many out there that don't win these type of battles. And all I can say about Jansen is he could be an inspiration to all those that have suffered through mental health. Just simply that. I don't know about you, but this young man deserves all our applause. Yes, he's been down to the lowest lows, but he's built himself back up, and he could be back on a rugby playing pitch. Whether it's amateur or Super League, even internationally. He's only 25. I know he helps coaching with the Turkey squad. I'm sure he'll want to be part of that, as there's a chance if the team get together right, they could make it into France 2025 and he could represent his father's nation. At this point, we'll just say good luck and well done for what you've achieved so far, Jasin Turgut. We'll wait and see to see what you do next. And that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide. Tag in your mates. We can only grow our sport so much with word of mouth, so we need word of mouth going around the world. I'll bring you all the news that's necessary and what you need to hear. But have any comments for me about what you think the sport is going to do next? Scrums are coming back in 2022 in the UK, in Super League should I say. Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Do you think Paulie to the York City Knights is a good move for them as well? As he's a big forward. Not the only big forward that they signed. As trying to think, who was it that they signed this week? Just a moment. Massi Matongo from Hull. Another big forward. Good potential as well. It's only young. I think he's about 23. Something of that ilk. Yeah. I've got a feeling they've got a real shot at getting into Super League next year. It'll be tough. There are some good teams. Some coaching acquisitions with Brian McDermott becoming the Featherstone boss. We're not going to talk about his comments when he was Toronto boss, but hey-oh. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Share this video. But please stay safe. All the best. And I'll see you in the next video. So news coming out of the new North Queensland Cowboys is that they have signed Jermaine Tanoa Brown and also re-signed Cohen Hess for the 2022-2023 seasons. First of all, we have Tanoa Brown, who signs from New Zealand Warriors on a 2-year deal. And the Melbourne Storm Junior spent time through the Newcastle Knights system before joining the Warriors prior to the 2020 season. He's a 116 kilogram middle forward who made his NRL debut in round 1 of the 2020 season and quickly established himself as a key member of the Warriors rotation, playing 19 of the possible 20 games. He then played a further 13 games for the Kiwi outfit and then 2 for St George Illawarra after joining them on loan late in the season. Cowboys head coach Todd Payton, who coaches Tanoa Brown at the Warriors, said he's thrilled to have secured the 24-year-old for the next 2 seasons. Jermaine's a big body who moves well and can play big minutes, Payton said. He's got soft hands, light feet, and he's technically sound defensively. He's a quiet kid who's took an opportunity on a train and trial at the Warriors, worked his tail off and earned his way into the NRL system through the back door after not being signed out of the under-20s. I'm really excited to have him join us at the Cowboys, and I envisage him playing an important role for us over the next 2 seasons. Reigning Paul Bowman medalist Cohen Hess has agreed a 2-year contract extension to remain at the North Queensland Cowboys until the end of 2024. Hess has appeared in 118 games over the course of 7 seasons, following his debut as a 19-year-old in 2015. The Mount Isa product enjoyed a remarkable career transformation in 2021. Long slated as a wide-running second rower, he was moved to a middle forward in a month into the season by, again, head coach Payton. He responded with stunning form, and culminated in being named a Cowboys Player of the Year following the season. Hess also emerged as a leader amongst the youthful Cowboys playing roster. The 25-year-old became a prominent voice in game preparation and led from the front on game day. We are thrilled to secure Cohen for a further 2 years, Cowboys General Manager of Football Michael Luck said. He's a Queensland junior who came through our system as a second rower, but was moved to the middle forward last year, and we're really pleased of how he handled the transition. This extension ensures Cohen can continue to focus on his development as a footballer, but also as an emerging leader in our playing group, who we believe will be crucial in guiding our next generation of young forwards. So again, another forward changes in another club in the rugby league world. So tell me what your thoughts are on these 2 signings. Do you think Hess deserved the 2-year deal? And do you think Tanoa Brown is going to be a success. Anyone who's got any information for me, please don't hesitate to share it with me, and let's see how they go on next season.